Welcome to this week's GeekStorm. Sean's not here. Nick's stepping in. I tried to get Lauren. Couldn't get Lauren. Sorry, I want to apologize to everybody at the jail. So, we're big at the jail. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I was aware of the big at the jail. I've had a couple Comcast installers tell me that we're their test channels. We're on all the time. So it was like, hey,
with those guys,
I always see when I test stuff.
That's why they're late all the time, because they're watching. They're watching GeekStorm.
They get caught up. I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody that has a postponed appointment because of that.
Of course, you may appeal to some people. You know,
maybe.
I don't know.
I'm somebody's type.
Not me. So we're downtown Kokomo, as always, filming live, because everything is filmed live at 111 East Sycamore, just a couple doors down from 121 East Sycamore, which is Comics Cube. I almost said it.
I almost said the wrong place. How long has it been?
20, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. We can't help it. Anyway, Sean's not here, thank goodness. He's feeling under the weather, so maybe we'll have a good show. Hey Nick, how's it going?
It's going all right.
Great. You're a big Disney guy. I know you've been a couple times.
Yeah, I've been a few times.
You've got 17 kids.
I do not. Yeah, it feels like
17.
It feels like 17.
Feels like 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So recent Disney news just popped up yesterday that they're banning smoking. That includes vaping, by the way. Thank goodness, because
that's to me more annoying than smoking.
It is. Like, I don't want to inhale your grape lung water, you know? I'm sorry. That's disgusting.
But I saw that announcement yesterday, and I'll be honest, we went last year and went around, I didn't really see a lot of smoking, period. Anyways,
right.
They kind of had all the smoking secluded that were the spots in the parks anyways.
So within the parks, they had smoking sections?
Yeah, I remember, like, after somebody said that, I was like, well, I don't remember smoking. And I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, there was like little signs of secluded areas, but they kept I felt like a pretty good job of just keeping it out. I imagine what's the problem is the butts. Because even in that, I mean, just the butts getting out of that, or the thing falls over, or there's a lot of, if you've never been, there's a lot of animals.
Right.
Squirrels, birds, everything's like cats. And so I think some of that was getting dragged around the park, and that's probably what I'd guess.
Did you know, as a side note, that I'm going to say in the 90s, maybe the 80s, because when you're walking down Main Street, doesn't matter, anywhere in Disney, there's trash cans everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's what they did. They put cameras all over the place, and they watched people, and they would see how long people would walk with trash in their hand after they just finished something before they just drop it and throw it on the ground or set it on the floor or on the ground or whatever. Then they figured out what that distance is, and that's where they put trash cans.
Yeah, I did know that fact, but Disney did. You think what you will of Disney, but they really do a lot of study and
Big Brother stuff
of everything that they do.
Right.
If you've never been to the Magic Bands, that is their creation. They're really useful and but they all have a hidden purpose.
Oh.
Not only is it making it useful for you,
sinister,
but you charge everything to it. You're more likely to buy that thing. You're more likely to just be like, oh yeah, just get that.
Right.
When you don't see what you're buying.
Right.
And they don't charge you until it hits a certain amount, unless you go to the desk at your hotel and tell them, hey, I want it charged nightly so I can see what I'm getting.
Right. I see.
But it's super convenient, but you don't really think about how much easier.
Yeah.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, I get it.
I'll buy that. Sure, I'll get that toy. And now they also have a delivery service, so you don't have to carry the shit around.
Oh no. Do they really?
Yeah, a little bit like if you buy.
I want this really large thing.
Yeah, because they realize people aren't buying the big thing.
Have that sent to my room.
Yep, if you stay on Disney property, you can either pick it up at the front of the park when you're leaving, or they'll have it just dropped off at your room.
Wow.
And so you're like, the thing that stops a lot of people is I don't carry this big thing.
Right.
Because I want to go see other crap.
Right. You don't want to take a Han Solo and Carbonite on It's a Small World.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, who wants to carry a bunch of stuff all around?
Oh.
Genius, but also you're spending more money because you're like, oh, they'll send it to my room.
They make the monies.
They're smart.
They
have more money than I do.
Yeah. So now no longer smoking in the park. You can smoke outside the park and still at the properties, I guess.
I think the properties have secluded areas, and then right outside, I think it's outside of the main gate, they're going to have a smoke hut thing.
Sure. The other two things were there's stroller restriction. No more strollers that are like the double wides. And sorry, you have twins. Too bad.
I have twins. I don't like the double wides.
Okay. So no more of those.
They're hard to get around.
And no more ice or dry ice. Apparently, people are bringing in coolers and things, which I can see without banning people bringing in their own drinks, which I'm sure they make tons of money on drinks, they just said, well, no ice. So if you're going to have lukewarm Diet Pepsi all day, then good for you.
I'm curious to what all the thought processes was behind that. What is it? Just a drive to get sales? Did something happen?
They said the ice thing was about making guest check-in quicker.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's legit. I think it's about the drinks.
I think it's probably like they're like, hey, two birds, one stone.
Right.
I could definitely see that because they do
check everything.
They're a very thorough check.
You're not bringing in a bomb. What if it's an ice bomb?
Yeah, and I imagine there's probably been a couple incidents with dry ice where people did something stupid.
Right.
I'm sorry, people do stupid things.
People are dumb. But not at Disney, not anymore.
Yeah.
No more dumbness at Disney. Another rumor just came out yesterday, and it's one of those things that's a rumor, but I think it's pretty bankable, and I think it's come from a couple decent sites about Angelina Jolie possibly joining the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, so the rumor going around is that they're talking about doing the Eternals.
Oh, that's not a rumor.
She's going to be the Eternals.
That's going to be in 2019.
2019, but she's going to be an Eternal because I don't think they've officially.
We're in 2019, 2020.
2020.
You're going to get next year after Infinity War, which is about a month from now. Then we're going to go through a little bit of a drought. Well, you get Spider-Man. Then after that, you're going to get Black Widow next year, and also Eternals next year. Those are the two Marvel movies next year. And then whatever else Sony happens to come up with.
So it feels a little late if they're adding her to Eternals, though, because they didn't officially announce what she was added to, did they? I thought they were just...
No, they haven't.
So I know the rumor is that she's going to be one of the Eternals, but it feels like it's a little late in the casting for that if it's coming out next year.
They haven't announced it, but they haven't announced any cast.
That's true.
Any casting.
I feel like it's feeling super quick to film that if it's coming out next year.
Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, I saw that. I think it's pretty believable. She's, an
A-lister, a legitimate A-lister. There's just so many of these, A-list talent people are lining up to be in the Marvel movies now.
I mean, how far is that from like its beginning though? Like they couldn't get people to be like, you want to be in this movie?
You had to get the comeback kid, in order to make Iron Man.
Yeah.
And then they started coming out of the woodwork. I would say, so who do you think was the first big star early that was in any of the Marvel movies? I have to think about that. I don't know.
Yeah, when was the turning point of what they had?
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, but now we got Annette Bening and Glenn Close and all these big stars. Brie Larson, pretty amazing. So anyway.
So who do you think she'll play?
I don't know much about the Eternals at all. I've seen people say Cersei, which might be a female lead, but I don't know the Eternals very well at all. But
with them doing that, it does kind of question how Endgame will end because Thanos is an Eternal, so he's the deviant. They're two lines, two different.
Right.
They're the same, but you're either born a Eternal or a deviant.
Right.
I think they're not actually called Eternals in the thing. They have a different name, but I can't remember what it is. Created by Jack Kirby. So
sure. Yeah.
The original run got caught off before it ended. It was sad.
It is sad.
No, they had to tie up some loose ends in Thor.
Is it because he went to DC? Is that about the same time he went to DC?
I don't know if that.
He went to see. One or the other. Eternals was modeled after New Gods, or New Gods was modeled after Eternals. I don't know which. It was one of those things. Whichever one he jumped to.
Yeah. There is a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. That's pretty cool news, though. Did you happen to see the Dora the Explorer? I say Explorer. Dora the Explorer trailer.
Because she's gangsta.
She's Explorer.
She's the Explorer.
I'm making it rhyme. Dora. It's not Dora the Explorer.
No, it's not.
Dora the Explorer.
Yeah. When I first saw the poster thing, I thought it was for whatever resurgence of
Spy Kids or something.
The Spy Kids, or when I saw it was Dora, I was like, this is College Humor had a skit several years ago that was a spoof of that, and their poster looked kind of similar.
Did it?
So I thought, it's like somehow this is gaining popularity again, and then I was like, oh wait, no, that can't be real. And I was like, there's a trailer. It is real.
When I saw the trailer just this morning, and at first I was, so you see her doing some Indiana Jones-ish stuff, and then you see her in a high school setting, and I thought, this is just going to be a silly fish out of water type of deal. But it seemed, in the trailer anyway, they went back out to the jungle pretty quick. So I thought that was pretty cool.
The high school's in the jungle, maybe.
No, it isn't. So it looks like it'll be fun, you know, good for the kids. Do your kids watch Dora? Does anybody watch Dora anymore?
So I don't think there's new Dora, and I don't think there has been. There was only because I have small children.
Sure.
There's like the original Dora, and then I recently found out, having my kids getting an age where they started watching more of that kind of stuff. They did like a rehash where she was older.
Okay.
And it was some more adventures and stuff like that. But I was a little surprised, but I mean, I know it was a super popular thing, and we right now are in the heyday of, if it was slightly popular to someone's childhood, let's redo it.
Yeah, throw some money at it and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see if we can make this a multi-billion dollar.
Speaking of rehashing, Time Bandits is going to get a TV series, or it's in early developments anyway.
Yeah. Is it HBO or is it?
I don't know, and I'll preface this by saying I wrote it down, but I didn't even see the first Time Bandits.
Oh, really?
There's a group of 80s-ish movies, Neverending Story, Time Bandits, Goonies. Goonies I just saw for the first time maybe 3 years ago.
Wow.
A lot of those I just didn't watch for whatever reason. I was just staying away for whatever reason from things that were just too kiddish, and I was just really into like adultish, movies. Like Jaws was 75, but it was all the older kid stuff, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the original, but I very much enjoyed that movie.
Good.
Unpopular opinion, I don't actually like Neverending Story.
Didn't see it.
So you haven't seen it, so you haven't seen
Labyrinth?
No.
I didn't see Labyrinth.
Oh, really? Labyrinth I like. It's getting a RPG made out of it, as well as a board game.
Dark Crystal? I didn't see Dark Crystal.
Oh, so you have something against Jim Henson's, what I'm hearing.
No, he's fine. I like him now better, but he's not around anymore. But
really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's gotta hurt.
Another resurgence, Cobra Kai, season 2.
I know you were a big fan of the first season.
I really liked it. I did like it quite a bit because we get to see Johnny's side of the story, and down and out. Basically, Archie Bunker, who knows karate, is what he turned into in that season anyway.
All right.
Did you see it? You didn't.
I didn't see that one.
You'd enjoy it. I think if you watch the first, just watch the first episode.
Okay.
And let me know what you think.
Check it out.
It's good. So in this season, we no spoilers for you. Sorry about that. You're not gonna watch it, but he and Daniel slowly get reacquainted, and by the end of it, they each have a student in this big tournament, like the All Valley tournament, like from before, and Johnny's student ends up winning. But the problem is he's turning his students into himself, into the bullies, into the people that are kind of mean. Daniel picks up a student who is actually Johnny's estranged son. So now they've got that conflict with them, and at the very end, the last episode, you see Kreese, who was Johnny's sensei. He comes back, so he's going to be in the second season. And the trailer looks a lot more of the same thing, just more, you're definitely, just like Time Bandits and Dora, you're playing on memories and emotions that you had, and then hopefully it's a good
But
new
it's got a second
material.
season, and you like it, so it's well done.
Yes.
I mean, so much of the rehash of stuff is roll the dice, oh, hey, we did this justice, it's good.
Right.
Actual natural progression of something.
Yes.
Or, hey, we made a sequel just to make a quick buck.
Right. And it's not, it's definitely not, it's good production value, meaning it looks professional, but it's not like there's special effects or anything. It's actors in sets, so it's not, they didn't throw a ton of money at it, and it was YouTube, so I don't know how much money they had to make it, but.
YouTube has some money, it's Google.
I enjoyed it. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Season 2 was just okay for me, but this trailer looks really, really good.
Yes, it's very 80s-tastic.
Yeah.
Really getting into the mall vibe with some of the background stuff you saw of like the mall being talked about and being built or whatever. And that was it season 2 they talked about it. It's mentioned in one of the seasons.
I think it's season 2.
Yeah, I think it was season 2, but and you kind of get to see them all, and it is very much the quintessential like if you think about Tiffany concert or whatever, the 80s mall. Like, if they could get if there's a Tiffany mall concert.
It reminded me of the mall from whichever Living Dead movie it was that was at the mall.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
One of those.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, not the great remake, which is probably my favorite my favorite zombie movie period is the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Really?
I really like that. It's really good.
But yeah, I'm interested to see.
Zack Snyder
again got
his finest work.
Got a new monster in it.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell like the group is back together, but things have changed.
And they got more. The one young girl is part of the group now. The redhead.
Yeah, and 11 seems to be taking to kind of 80s teenage tropes.
Here's the thing I noticed first off in this trailer is 11 was taller than everybody before. Now she's shorter than everybody. All the boys have like gone through a growth spurt, so they're all like, they're probably 15 or so, don't you think? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like in real life, they're probably 20, but I mean, I don't know.
I think they're still all teens over there at least, but yeah, it looks good. The trailer for this, I think, looks better than the season 2 trailer. I liked season 2. I didn't like. There's some off branches in season 2 that I just was like, let's get through this. I don't care.
Right.
But I think this should be pretty interesting. I think you're going to see like the Dawn of the Dead. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a Dawn of the Dead feel on that with like the monsters in the mall and
could be.
It looks like there's some kind of infection.
Yeah. Now the show has an actual human villain that's a kid.
Yeah.
Because before we had Matthew Modine, he was kind of the bad guy. Not to mention the monster, but and then last year we were introduced to that, the really jerkified kid. I don't know what his name is. But
I can't remember his name.
The kid with the hair.
The redhead's older brother.
Yes, Brad Pitt looking thing with the hair.
Yeah.
So he looks like, I bet he gets infected with something like that. That's probably his arm. And
yeah, because you don't really see what happens after he gets like knocked out. Sorry, spoiler. At that one scene, and they leave him.
Right.
You never really see anything else. So anything really could have happened at that point to trigger.
Could be something from the underneath that's trying to come out to our side, maybe.
Upside down, sir.
The upside down. The underneath is it's behind the scenes you didn't see.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's July 4th. July 4th.
Yeah, my only disappointment was how long. I really was expecting it last October.
All right.
Because it's where they've always done it. Now we're getting July, so.
Next week I'm going to Star Wars Celebration.
Really?
It'll be my first one. Normally they're held in Orlando or Anaheim and sometimes London. I guess this year they waited too long to lock their dates in and had to go shopping and ended up in Chicago. And Chicago's a great city for conventions anyway.
And convenient.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So I wasn't going, but I came across a free pass, so I'm gonna go and try to not spend a lot of money.
That's a good try. When it was an indie, I didn't intentionally go to it, but I happened to be down there one of the days it was there, and I took a quick pass. It was a lot of fun. I mean, the city was all decked out for it, and I wish I would have had the chance to actually go participate and hang out longer, but it made me sad when they weren't coming back to Indianapolis.
They're doing something different this year, and I don't know if I mentioned it last week or not. I think I did really quickly though. That they're doing lotteries for all the big panels and for the exclusive merchandise that you can only buy there. They're not going to do overnight lines and all that kind of stuff. They're going to change it up a little bit.
I like that. It's because I don't know if I'm there, I don't have to waste my entire day standing in a line.
Yeah.
Not get to do anything else, just to get the one thing I wanted.
Right.
At least I know we're out the gate. It's like, hey, I'm a winner. I'm a loser.
And plus, from the vendor's point of view, just like at CocomoCon, people get upset that everybody's over here doing something that's not shopping and buying things.
Yeah.
So all these people that were standing in line, now they'll be out on the floor. Maybe.
So just gotta stop by 2 p.m. pick up your yada yada.
Right. Yeah.
So I like that system.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that hate it and are going to complain about it.
You have until, if you are a Star Wars Celebration attendee, you have until the 3rd to register for these lotteries, and then they'll let you know who gets to go in to the big panels. And it's just the one big panel every day. The other panels, they're not doing.
Do you think we're going to see a trailer?
Yeah, I think you'll see a trailer. Then you'll get a title, and probably some more Disney Plus announcements. You'll probably see something from Mandalorian because they've been filming for quite a while.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen anything yet from that. So I imagine they have to push something out.
Yeah, this is their. They've made the transition to this convention as far as their big announcements instead of San Diego and where a lot of other things happen. So
I've starting to see a lot of stuff kind of pull away a little bit from San Diego and kind of the tech side of C2E2,
right?
Or not C2E2. I am sorry, E3.
Right.
But because E3 used to get a lot of video game announcements and like that kind of stuff, and now some of the companies are pulling away from some of those.
There was some Lucas Games announcement here this week. You know what that was?
Yeah. So Disney announced that they are reviving Lucas Games Studio.
Arts?
Lucas Arts game. I forget what it. Lucas Arts Games or Lucas, the one that made several of the good stuff.
Did they just shut it down like last year?
I think it was more. I think it got shut down right when they bought it.
Okay.
I know you haven't seen anything because there were some games in the works. There was a good trailer for it. I'm trying to think what it was. 1313.
Oh, okay.
Is it Dust 1313 or Star? It's 1313. It was going to be like kind of a dark, gritty Star Wars game where you go and the trailer that you got was on Coruscant, but not like the shiny, happy Coruscant that you see in like the movies. It's like the underbelly because that city it goes deep, and it's 1313 is the level under the top level city, how far down it is, and that's like the underbelly bad area.
Right.
And the game looked awesome.
Like the underneath in Stranger Things.
Yeah, like it's like the underneath in Stranger Things. It's probably there in the background walking by. But yeah, it looked really good, and a lot of excitement for it, and then just chop.
Wow.
Done. We're not doing it. But when Disney kind of took over, they shut down all the games because they just. I couldn't understand it. I think they needed time to assess what was going to be money making, what is not a good investment for them, what needs to go forward, and they needed time to kind of sort through because they bought a ton of intellectual property.
Yeah, I mean, and they wanted to make it very clear everything from this day forward is canon.
Yep.
So we want to make sure it's our canon, it's our thing we put out there, and we've thought it through. So I can understand that.
Which I figured Disney would be. They were going to put some games out like at some point. So I'm glad to see that. Hey, we've reenacted the studio.
Right.
No announcements that I saw, at least, of anything that was working on forthcoming. But it's good to know that there will be some new Star Wars game content coming out for that guard.
Good. And lastly, on Star Wars, there is, I guess, kind of a stronger rumor, and I only because I got it off of ain'titcool.com and Ain't It Cool News, and the only reason I say it's a stronger rumor is because they're so slow on stuff because they really check into stuff, I guess, and they try not to publish anything that's just clickbait that you see on all the other sites. So I'm not saying that they're a good site to look at. I look at it, but by the time something shows up on there, it was yesterday, but I think that has to do with their reporting, not with that they try to verify stuff. Anyway, this one particular reporter says that they have somebody very reliable and very deep in, that the title for, spoilers, should I say it? It's a rumor. It's a rumor. It's a rumor. Spoiler rumor, possible spoiler rumor. We're going to find out next week, probably. It could be Star Wars Episode 9, Skywalkers, is the rumor that's reported. So I don't know how I feel about that. You've got AOTC and ROTS and all that, and then you've just got S at the end, for the final movie. I don't know. Skywalkers. And also, what does that title mean? Does it mean there's more? I thought we were done. Are we done with Skywalkers? Isn't this the end of their trilogy of trilogies? Or?
I thought that's what we were going towards, but I mean, Mark Hamill is in.
Right, he's in it.
It's not a spoiler. He is in it.
Right.
I'm assuming he's either Force Ghost or flashback stuff.
Don't know.
Maybe a little both. I would definitely assume we're gonna have a Force Ghost of him because just kind of a tribute of that. But it seems like as much if you follow him on like Twitter or any social media, it seems like the amount of time he's spent on set there seems a lot longer than hey, we're gonna film 5 Force Ghost scenes, and like it seemed a lot more than just him showing up at the end, and like the Ewok village scene where everybody's sitting on the fence post.
Right. I bet he's got significant screen time.
I assume so.
And especially since they have to rework whatever they had left with Carrie to end her storyline.
I would have lost money had I gone in and you told me we'd been betting on who was not going to make it out.
Right.
Because they had plenty of time to to cut, like to
do something,
and
right.
and it would have been just a small edit change.
It would have been off-screen death.
Yeah. To have that happen, tie it up, and then they had to have enough stock footage. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen it. I feel like you probably have it this time.
Sure.
But like to swap out her being on the ship that is going down. I can't take this anymore.
Right.
She started saying that. I was like, I just can't do this anymore. I thought I was like, she's going to go on the ship, and then
Holdo.
Yeah, Holdo is. I'm like,
okay,
all right.
We barely knew ye.
Yeah, I was like, I thought she would have been a good to Carrie Fisher, because they probably had enough stock footage of her on that bridge, and they weren't in space, so they really could have just CGI'd that battleship out there.
She'd have been sitting in the captain's seat like this, though, when she was flying through space.
But, I mean, there was all the scenes they filmed with her on the bridge and talking and stuff.
Apparently, they have enough to wrap it up for this movie, so they've got enough of something.
I mean, I'm sad that we're going to get a off-screen death of her, but I mean, hopefully, it had something filmed. I mean, I know there was no way they planned for that to have happened, but hopefully, there's something that we get a satisfying.
We'll see.
Tie up.
It's back in JJ's hands. We'll see. People liked or didn't like the first movie that he did, and they certainly liked or didn't like Ryan Johnson's movie. So we'll see if people just hate things for the sake of hating things. Which is why I hate people. Except for you, viewer. When I say viewer, I mean just the one guy that's watching. And you guys in jail. Thanks for watching. Final thing today is Supernatural. We've talked about Supernatural on this show many times, how it's going to last forever and ever and how it'll never go away. Well, they announced next season 15, will be the last season.
Was it 15 or 16?
15.
15. Yeah. Me personally, I've not been a watch every season thing. I watch it here and there. My wife was getting into it and started watching it from the beginning, and I started watching a lot more of it that way. But I mean, I know they have fought everything multiple times. I mean, there's jumping the shark of what we could go after.
They've jumped the shark with a shark.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's tough. It was. I always felt like season 5 should have been the end, and I just read a couple of weeks ago that at one point that was their planned end, that the show's creator was leaving and all that stuff, and then another creator came along and wanted to.
And there was a dump truck of money.
Yeah, I'm sure that had something to do with it. And they were, CW's biggest show at the time. This was before all the superhero shows and everything. So,
which is still a big show for them.
It is. It's a leader. I'm sure that CW did not want to see them end.
But yeah, I mean, there's just only so much content. I think that I actually, if you ever watched the Constantine, their Constantine, I actually enjoyed the live action Constantine that they did.
I saw the first couple.
I enjoyed it, but there's really nothing that was going to surprise a home viewer that Constantine was going to go up against, really, that Supernatural hadn't done at that point.
Right, which CW is a Warner Brothers half Warner Brothers thing, and they wanted to bring in Constantine into this show and couldn't get him, and eventually decided that it wouldn't work. So they made their own Constantine, with cast. So it's a good show. We just found out that they're going to end it last week. I started a rewatch of all the old episodes, I want to say probably 6 months ago. So I'm just up to season 13 on my rewatch, and I watch it at nighttime before I go to bed. It's one of those things I can fall asleep to and everything. So having seen everything before, it's okay if I fall asleep. So I'm almost caught up to, we're currently season 14 that's airing right now.
Your Game of Thrones rewatch?
That's going okay, but I have a little more time on that. I still have a couple weeks on that, and there's not as many episodes.
That's not.
Here's the thing about Supernatural: just the sheer number of episodes. It's over 300.
Yeah. What is it? They average 23 a season.
Yeah.
So sometimes 26, sometimes 21, but about 23 I think is the average.
They just did the 300th episode, and they brought back John Winchester, their dad, played by what's his face, Negan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I almost wore a Negan shirt today.
Oh, did you?
I just looked down at it. Did I wear it? I don't remember.
So yeah, that's just a ton of work, and so I can see those guys being ready to move on. Even though they both tried to do a horror movie, on one summer they both had a movie out, and neither one of them were a big hit. But
I imagine they're going to get enough in residuals on.
Oh yeah, they made their money. Yeah, they're doing fine. They're going to be fine. Okay.
I'm not going to see them like out on the street.
Right. Right. I feel sorry for the kid who just came on last season as the son of Lucifer. He's a recurring character. He's on every episode, but he's only going to get 3 years out of it. But a lot of guys would love to have 3 years on a good show.
There's plenty of people that go on things that don't get 3 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, I think that's it. I don't know if Sean will be back next week or not. Depends on how he feels.
Pull through.
Oh, let's just hope. Hang on. This is supposed to come behind my back. I hope he pulls through. That's it. See you next week.